Hey y'all, I'm Hallie from Sunsetty Studios. I finally got around to starting a YouTube channel. My camera stand is literally a chair stacked on top of another chair with some boxes on it, but I think it's working, so hope you guys enjoy the video. So for November, I decided to go with Forest and Soil Layers of the Earth theme. I didn't plan on the trees looking like Christmas trees, but that's how they turned out, so it's just regular forest, not Christmas trees. So I'm just sketching out all of my totally not Christmas trees. So I'm just going to finish up sketching the trees and then I'm going to start working on the layers of. Alright, so fun fact, I actually had to do this voiceover twice because I was about to export the video and I accidentally deleted half of it. So, y'all are getting a better version of the voiceover, I promise. I'm just going to quickly finish sketching out the layers and then I'm going to do the month. And then I'm going to start inking. So I'm using my G2 Pilot pen. It's my favorite, it runs really smoothly, and it's the best I've found so far. So comment down below what your pen recommendations are. I'm gonna fix that little problem up. Alright, now we can start the absolute best part, color. This month, I actually was able to pick out my color scheme pretty easily. Usually I'll spend like an hour swatching out different colors to get the exact perfect combination, but this month it came pretty easily, so hopefully that's a new trend. Answer the poll, always on the lookout for a better one. By the way, if you notice that when I'm tracing over the lines, I'm not tracing over it exactly, that's on purpose. I usually like to just sketch out a little bit, and then when I'm going over with the ink, I'll make final adjustments to get it exactly how I want. But usually the sketch doesn't look exactly how the final product is. So I went over the November title and then I realized it was a little bit off-center, and so I just went back and I added 2020 to make it a little bit more centered. So we fixed that. Alright, now we can start the absolute best part, color. This month I actually was able to pick out my color scheme pretty easily. Usually I'll spend like an hour swatching out different colors to get the exact perfect combination, but this month it came pretty easily, so hopefully that's a new trend. Answer the poll, how long does it usually take you guys to pick your color schemes? Am I just crazy, or does it take everybody else ages too? The one thing that actually did take me a while though this month was deciding what should be what color. Originally I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll have like a pink sky, or maybe I'll have just the dirt as brown, but then I decided that the pink was the cutest. So it could also be considered mountains maybe instead of soil. I'm not sure about that, whatever you think. Month and the rest of 2020. I know for me, October was probably the best month so far, so I'm hoping 2020 is finally churning up. October was a really busy month for me. I had a lot of stuff going on the weekends, so I'm really hoping that November is a little bit more chill. Do you guys prefer having more scheduled months or more months with a lot of free time? I definitely prefer having an emptier schedule. I don't like feeling scheduled to the max. Alright, on to the quote page. So for this month's quote page, I decided to recycle an old theme that I used in my May setup, but I just really liked it a lot, and y'all seem to like it a lot too, so I figured it was okay to reuse it. So it's just about self-care and growing and taking care of yourself. That's self-care. But I really liked it a lot. So this actually ended up being a little bit off-center yet again. I usually don't plan out my calligraphy. I just like to wing it because I feel like planning it out makes me less productive. And so if lopsidedness and off-centeredness is the price I have to pay for productivity, it's a price I'm willing to pay. So one thing I noticed is that every single time I drew these trees, I always drew 5 trees. And I didn't realize it until I was about halfway through, but even after I realized, I couldn't stop myself from drawing 5 trees. So I can't decide if it bothers me that it's all uniform or if I like that it's all the same and there's no variety, but I don't know. Would that bother you guys? Answer the poll. Also, I just noticed that I'm switching between saying you guys and y'all a lot, but that's something I actually do in real life, as I just kind of alternate. So, say y'all. I'll try to stick with y'all. We'll see how long that lasts. So by the way, each spread takes me approximately 15 minutes to make. So how long does it take you guys to make a spread? I feel like I actually make spreads relatively quickly, but I'm not really sure what the standard is. So I'm just going to add a couple of little sparkle doodles to kind of try to rebalance the super off-centered quote. I'm not sure if it works, but that's what we did, so. Alright, now we're working on my little mini calendar. So I recently realized I used to do a full page spread for my calendar, but it was just a lot of empty boxes and it wasn't really practical. So that's when I knew I needed to switch it up. So now I just use a one-page calendar and it's a lot more efficient, and I actually end up filling it out a little bit more. So I feel like even though I personally think a full page calendar is a little bit more aesthetic, definitely your bullet journal shouldn't just be about aesthetic, it should also be productive at the same time. I added these little tree doodles to kind of fill up the empty space, and you might be thinking, well hey, that's only 2 trees, right? Well, no. I went back and I added 3 more on the other page later, so it ended up being 5 anyway. So yeah, again, I still can't decide if I like that or not, but we're gonna have to deal with it. We'll roll with it. It's all good. Now that I've finished sketching out the calendar, I'm just going through and outlining it in pen. I was so tempted to move my journal when I was doing the horizontal lines. Usually I move my journal around all over the place, but because I was filming, I resisted the urge. So, congrats, yay me. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself for not moving it and still managing to draw a straight line. I think in general I can draw a pretty decent straight line, but usually I like to turn it to just make it a little bit more flow, you know? Anyway, that's my life hack of the day. Turn the paper so you can draw straight lines easier. So now that I've finished the outline, I'm just going to go over and while it dries, I'm going to start working on my brain dump page. So my brain dump page is actually something I just started a few months ago, but I really like it. It's nice to have a place where I can just throw down ideas and catch them in my bullet journal. Alright, so I actually, my camera stopped recording at this point, so we're just going to smash cut to the trees that I drew. But now I'm going over my calendar. I actually kind of regret doing the bolded title. I kind of wish I'd done a thinner one. I think it comes across as a little bit strong for the softer theme. But overall, I like the spread, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'm so glad that November starts on a Sunday. It makes the month so much more. The weeklies start off on a Sunday, and they just all fit on one page. There's no awkward transitions. The calendar's more concise. It's just, I love it. Sorry to y'all that start on Mondays instead of Sundays. It's probably gonna be fun. How does that work? Anyway, it's not perfect for y'all, but it's perfect for me, so. Y'all that start on Monday have February 2020 to look forward to, so I gotta take when I can. If you're paying attention, you might notice that, yes, again, there are 5 trees. It just happened. There was nothing I could do to stop it. 5's a good number, I guess. We're rolling with it, guys. For the past few months, my habit trackers have been very empty, so I'm going to make a bit of an effort this month to kind of go back to them, fill them out, make them actually have a purpose. Y'all know the struggle. I definitely simplified my trackers down to just bare minimum that I really want to focus on instead of having more that just don't get done. Alright, last spread of the setup. So this is my exercise routines, and I actually decided to try something new this month. In the past, I've had a different routine for each week of the month, and it would progressively get a little bit harder each week. But what would usually happen is I would miss a couple days of the first week, and then I wouldn't feel motivated to do the second week or the third week because it would be a little bit harder, and I wouldn't be able to keep up with that level of difficulty. And so I just decided to mix it up a little bit. And so I have even days and odd days, and then the odd days are going to be slightly easier than the even days. But even if I miss a day, it won't really matter, and I'll be able to still pick back up without too much difficulty. To fill in this last little blank space, I decided to do a quote about change and growth. And yet again, it ended up being a little bit off-center, but again, that's a price I'm willing to pay. Where's my off-centered squad at? Alright y'all, that is all for my November bullet journal setup. I definitely really enjoyed filming this, and I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I definitely want to make more in the future, and I guess that's all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye! Thank you for watching.